Welcome to Class with Skeul, where Black American history, news, and real issues are taught with clarity, structure, and purpose. This is not surface-level content. This is a timeline, a record, a correction. Every episode is built to teach what was done, what was fought for, and what was taken. From revolts to wars, from policy to resistance, we break it down so it can be understood, remembered, and never rewritten. Because history that isn't taught clearly can be distorted, and history that is distorted can be used against the people it belongs to. Here, we focus on accuracy, on connection, on truth. Not just to inform, but to preserve. Not just to explain, but to expose. Because this isn't just about the past. It's about understanding the present and recognizing what continues. Each video is part of a larger structure, so nothing is isolated and nothing is forgotten. Stay focused, stay aware, stay connected. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Isaiah 58:1.
Episode 10.5, Buffalo Soldiers, Part 1. After Reconstruction, the battlefield didn't disappear. It moved west. In 1866, the U.S. Army created all-black regiments known as the Buffalo Soldiers. These units were made up of black men who had just come out of slavery and war, now wearing the uniform of a country that had only recently recognized their freedom. They were sent to the frontier, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, territories that were unstable, violent, and constantly contested. Their mission was clear: protect expansion, build infrastructure, and enforce control. But the reality was more complex. These men were warriors, disciplined and experienced. Many had already fought in the Civil War. Now they were facing new conditions, harsh environments, limited supplies, and constant conflict. They built roads, guarded railways, delivered mail across dangerous land, fought in dozens of engagements. They became known for endurance, for toughness, for survival. The name Buffalo Soldiers came from Native American tribes, a recognition of their fighting ability and resilience. But this chapter carries contradiction, because while they were fighting, they were also enforcing a system that did not fully protect them. They were agents of expansion in a land where power was still being decided. This was not just service. This was transformation, from enslaved to soldier to force on the frontier. And the story doesn't stop here.
If you've made it this far, you're not just watching. You're following Black American warrior history in its full timeline. On Class with Skeul, every episode connects, showing resistance, strategy, and power across generations. If you're tapped in, support the channel. Hit like so more people see this. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Turn on the notification bell so you're there when it drops. And share this with someone who needs the full story, not just pieces. This isn't random content. It's a structured history. Stay locked in. The next episode goes deeper.
Episode 10.5, Buffalo Soldiers, Part 2. The Buffalo Soldiers operated in one of the most dangerous environments in American history: constant movement, constant threat, constant pressure. They faced resistance from Native American tribes defending their land. They faced racism from within their own ranks. They faced isolation, often stationed far from support, far from recognition, but they stayed active. Over time, they participated in more than 170 known engagements. They became essential to the expansion of the United States westward. Yet, despite their service, they were given less, lower quality equipment, fewer resources, and limited recognition. Still, they adapted. They built structure in chaos. They created presence in territory that was not yet fully controlled, and they carried forward the warrior identity, outside the plantation, outside the South, into a new environment where survival required discipline and strategy. This moment represents a shift, not just resistance, not just war, but placement inside the system, while still navigating its limits. The Buffalo Soldiers were not just participants in history, they were a bridge. From the Civil War, to the frontier, to everything that comes next. Watch, learn, and connect the pattern.
If you made it to the end, stay tapped in. Like this video so it reaches more people. Subscribe to Class with Skeul for the full timeline. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Drop a comment. What stood out, what should be added, and what you want covered next.